I never thought I'd turn a quiet cul-de-sac into my personal vendetta playground. But when that screeching H.O., a tyrant named Karen dialed 911 over a bunch of kids toasting marshmallows on public sidewalk, screaming about vagrants ruining property values, I snapped. In under 3 minutes, sirens blaring and badges flashing, I wasn't the frantic dad defending his family's backyard bash. I was the ghost from her worst nightmare, phone in hand, wiring funds to swallow the entire block. By dusk, her precious enforced utopia was mine, gates slamming shut like the jaws of karma. It started innocently enough, or so I told myself that sticky July morning in our sleepy Phoenix suburb. I'd lost my wife to cancer 2 years back, and with 3 rambunctious boys aged 8 to 12, every weekend felt like a battlefield of grief and glue gun crafts. That's when I discovered Camping Light, pitching tents in the driveway, fairy lights strung from the garage, and s'mores on the go. No wilderness required, just good old American ingenuity to keep the monsters at bay. Our neighbors mostly chuckled, waving from their sprinklers, but Karen? Oh, Karen was the self-appointed queen of compliance, clipboard in one hand, rule book in the other, patrolling like a Roomba on steroids. Picture her, peroxide blonde bob, yoga pants stretched to their limit, and a glare that could curdle almond milk. She'd cornered me at the last block party over my untrimmed hedges. 2 inches over code, mister. But this was war. My boys and their 3 cousins from Tucson were mid-chant, "Kumbaya, my lord," skewers dripping chocolate, when her Prius screeched to a halt. "This is a residential zone, not Burning Man," she bellowed, jabbing her phone like a bayonet. "Unpermitted gatherings? Health code violations? I'm calling the cops now." The kids froze, eyes wide as her voice hit decibels that shattered my last shred of patience. Betrayal burned hot. These were my lifelines, my tiny warriors against the void, and she was treating them like trash. As the first cruiser rounded the corner, lights flashing like a bad disco, I didn't beg or back down. No, sir. I'd been moonlighting as a freelance app developer, and that side hustle? It exploded last month with a viral budgeting tool for gig workers. Think Mint meets TikTok, raking in 7 figures overnight. My realtor buddy, Jake, owed me a favor from college poker nights. By the street, he'd laughed when I texted mid-rant. "Dude, that's nuclear." But nukes win wars. While Karen preened for the officers, explaining how our gypsy encampment threatened her hydrangeas, I hit send on an all-cash offer for every house on Elmwood Lane. Foreclosures, flips, the works. 8 properties for $0.2 million, escrow waived. Jake's team swarmed like locusts, knocking on doors with checks that made jaws drop. The cops? They took one look at the permits I'd flashed, sidewalk public domain, folks, and shrugged. "Looks like a party to me, ma'am." Karen's face purpled, veins popping like fireworks. But the HOA, the covenants. By then, my lawyer was emailing her the news. I now owned 80% of the association. Emergency meeting? Canceled. Her fines? Null and void. And the kicker? I rezoned the block as private property, installing those wrought iron gates at both ends, keycard access only. Welcome to Elmwood Estates. Residence and revenge only. Word spread faster than our infamous group texts. The neighborhood Facebook group imploded, half cheering my heroic smackdown, the other half clutching pearls over corporate overreach. Protests brewed, picket signs reading "Karen was right, save our streets," versus my boys' glitter bomb counters, "Campers rule." Local news ate it up, dubbing me the sidewalk savior, while Karen trended as HOAlian. She lawyered up, of course, filing suits for emotional distress and loss of community, but my team buried her in counters, defamation from her cop call, harassment logs spanning years. The judge, a grizzled vet with zero patience for busybodies, tossed it like yesterday's kale smoothie. Months later, as snowbirds fled for Florida, Karen's for sale sign sagged in her crabgrass yard. Unsold, unlovable. She'd corner me at the gate one last time, mascara streaked, begging for old time's sake. "This was my home," she whimpered. I handed her a s'mores kit, smile sharp as barbed wire. "Build your own fire, Karen." Just not here. The boys wave from our rooftop tent, ghosts of her defeat. Revenge isn't sweet. It's charred at the edges, a reminder that empires crumble on gooey sticks. But damn, in that American dream of bootstrap justice, it tasted like victory, bitter for her, golden for us.